So hello, today I'm gonna show you the Suleymaniye Mosque. I'm gonna explain the history about it, what you can eat, and some secret things around Suleymaniye Mosque. There's also the tomb of Hürrem Sultan and Sultan Suleiman, by the way. That's the entrance of the Istanbul University, my university. You see the big Turkish flags. That was the administrative center of the army in the Ottoman times. Behind me is the Beyazıt Mosque, and the Grand Bazaar is over there. Why am I showing you? Because I want to show you how you can get to the Suleymaniye Mosque. Look, there's the university, there's a way there. There are stairs going up, and just follow the way, it will lead you to the Suleymaniye Mosque. Now you will be surprised. That's the end of the road, turn right. Here is the mosque. So when you come, the first thing you see is this fountain. You can drink water here. In the Ottoman times, in the religious festivals, sweet juice was put inside, and then you could drink cold sweet juice here. Look, that's the Suleymaniye Mosque, built in the time of Sultan Suleiman. On the left side, look what says. What does it say? The best bean restaurant of Turkey. Okay, the first one. There are different best bean restaurants, but that's the best one, and I'm gonna eat here because I'm hungry. Look, it says 1924, the best in Turkey, Tarihi Kuru Fasulyeci Ali Baba. That was actually a university in the Ottoman times, University of the Suleymaniye Mosque, but now they turned it into a restaurant. Look, this is Turkish beans. Look, they have these things, but this is the famous one. Okay, they say Harriet bean. I didn't know this. Okay, I ate. I think it's a little bit overpriced, but yeah, it's famous. What can I do? I just wanted to show you. Now I'm gonna get inside the Suleymaniye Mosque. So if you follow that way, that small door leads to the tomb of Sultan Suleiman and Hürrem Sultan. So if you want to go to the toilet first, that gate there, on the right side of the tomb, are the toilets for free. So there's a cemetery. So before we get inside the Süleymani tomb, I just want to show you some beautiful gravestones from the Ottoman times. This is from the late 19th century. Here you see some children grave, and these are the ulema, the Islamic teachers, who have a turban on their heads. And we also have some women tombs like this one. You can immediately recognize them because the women, they have flowers on their tombs. For example, that's a normal pasha, minister, but it has not certain, not a difference. Look, that again, late period. And I'm gonna show you an interesting story about the tombs here. By the way, that's the Suleymaniye Mosque, okay? It's right on the front. So here is a interesting tomb. There is a woman, a grave of a woman, and a rose which is broken in the middle. The story is that woman wanted to marry, and she died in the wedding. Okay, so her mission was not accomplished. It's a sad story. So now I'm in front of the tomb of Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent. He's regarded as the strongest sultan in history, and the tomb is closed now. And also there is the tomb of Rosalina, or with her name Hürrem Sultan, the Russian or Ukrainian or Polonian. I mean, we don't know from where she is, or from the north of the Black Sea. She came here as a slave to the Ottoman palace and she became the queen. There's a famous story about her. I mean, a lot of harem intrigues happened in her time. So it's very interesting. We have some books, novels and Turkish series written and documented about the story of Hürrem Sultan and Sultan Suleiman. He was the man who did the first siege of Vienna. The siege got lifted because of winter. The winter was very strong at the time. Sultan Suleiman's story is interesting. He conquered a lot of lands. In 1526 he conquered Budapest, all of Hungary, okay, was under Ottoman rule. And after the conquest he felt like he's God. So he made a grave to himself near his tent and he slept in the grave for 3 days to remind himself that he is a normal human being and that he's gonna die. And the sultans also gave money to slaves to remind themselves that they are going to die someday. So what's interesting is on the tomb we have the stones of the Kaaba, of the holiest mosque in Islam, of the black stone, which the Muslims believe is from paradise. I'm going to show it to you. So look, I'm looking up in the above that middle window is a black stone. Look, exactly in my finger point. That black stone is from the Kaaba. And Muslims pray towards here, so towards the Kaaba stone also. So that's why it's interesting. In Istanbul we have some stones from the Kaaba because of Kaaba got restored by the Ottomans. Mecca was under the Ottoman rule at the time. I'm now turning in the tomb. That's the inside, by the way. And that's the tomb of Hürrem Sultan, Rossalena. Look how beautiful the tomb is. Now the Suleymaniye Mosque is the masterwork of the architect Sinan, the best architect in Islamic civilization. It was during the time of Sultan Suleiman. And it was good at the time for the Sultan because all of his great works was made by Sinan. What's interesting is Sultan Mehmet Akif Ersoy, one of the best poets, maybe the best poet in Turkey. He wrote a poem. He says it's easy to destroy the Suleymaniye Mosque, but if you want to rebuild the Suleymaniye Mosque, you need one Sinan and one Suleiman, and that's impossible to bring them back. So there's the tomb. When you come here in front of the mosque, you see the Bosphorus from here. You see the first bridge. The Bosphorus Bridge, that's the Asian continent, okay? That's the biggest mosque in Turkey, the Çamlıca Mosque, that's the new mosque. That's the TV tower. You see a lot of different things. And we also have a hammam from the Suleymaniye Mosque. The hot waters from the hammam goes through the mosque. So it is heated from below in the winters. And we also had a bazaar here. Unfortunately, it got destroyed. Now we have a road here. And these constructions were the university of the Suleymaniye Medrese, the school of Suleymani at the time. And we also see the Galata Tower. So it's one of the best places to take pictures from Istanbul. These are the Süleyman's tomb, that's Hürrem's tomb, and now I'm gonna go this way and show you some things. So I came out from this gate. Here is the Darul Hadith. The Hadith, the sayings of the Prophet Muhammad were taught in this school. And there are the toilets there. And here is another construction. The tombs are there, by the way. That's the Quran school. Here, the students, they learned the Quran. And they memorized the Quran. So we call them the Hafiz. Why? Why here? Because the Muslims believe that reading Quran in the cemeteries is good for the soul of the people. So that's why the Quran is on the cemeteries. So here we have the toilets. Look, women have to go this way. It's for free completely. And the men's is here. I'm getting inside again. On the entrance to the tombs, look, it's closed now. There is a place like this because the Sultan came here on horseback, came down from here and entered to visit his grandfathers. These stones here are for dead people. When people die, their corpses would be put here, and in front the Muslims would pray for his soul. Look how beautiful that is. Entrance for the Muslims, it says tourists from the middle gate, because there you have to have a headscarf and they borrow you, and a headscarf for women, and for men if their shorts are too short you have to have longer thing, so you can get it here for free and then return it. But first I'm gonna show you some things here around. A lot of people don't come and visit the Suleymaniye Mosque, although in my opinion it is much more beautiful than the Blue Mosque, and the surrounding is quite awesome. But there are smaller gates to get out. Look, that's the room of the architect. He stayed here and he planned the building of the Suleymaniye Mosque. The architect's name is Sinan. He is the best architect in Islamic history. There's a hospital and also medicine university from the Ottoman times. That was the matbakhane. It means kitchens, free food for people and for the students. So here we have the Istanbul Mufti, the Mufti of Istanbul. That means the head of all the mosques in Istanbul are governed from here. So now we see the tomb of the architect Sinan. You see it has also some fountains here, and we can't get to the tomb unfortunately. So if you go down from the tomb to that side, there are so many restaurants to have breakfast in the morning. It's beautiful. Me and my wife, we went there with family. You can go here. Also a lot of beautiful coffee shops. They are very good because they look towards the Bosphorus, okay? To Bosphorus and to the Golden Horn, to the Galata Tower region. They are really amazing. I'm not gonna go there. For example, there's the Mimar Sinan Cafe. But I'm not gonna go there because it's not my priority right now. So okay, so much for the outer things, and now I'm gonna go inside the Suleymaniye Mosque to show you the inner courtyard. So this is the main gate of the Suleymaniye Mosque with the architect's room up there. Let's get inside. Here on the entrance, there's an inscription. It says in Arabic that praying is an obligatory thing for all Muslims. Look at this, it's much more beautiful than the Blue Mosque, isn't it? It's a shame that we don't have so much tourists here. So you see the main gate here, you enter from here, but I'm gonna show you from the outer front. That column has a special meaning because there are a thing that a lot of people don't know. The Janissary army did a lot of tests to be allowed in the Janissary army. So if you couldn't come from this part to this part by looking, your face must be looking here. So your feet must come here, and then you have to go like this and come here again. If you couldn't do this, you were not allowed in the army. So you see, since for centuries people tried it out, so the marble went a little bit down here and here. So you can try it out yourself. I'm not gonna try this out because I'm too tired to be an army soldier here. Legend says that the building of the Suleymaniye Mosque took so long that the Persian king, the Shah of the Persian Empire, sent a chest of gold and diamonds to the Sultan as a gift, actually to mock him, because he wanted to say, you are so weak that you can't complete your mosque. So someone is just calling, I don't understand what he's saying. So the Sultan became angry after he got the chest, and he ordered the architect to mix the gold with the mortar of one of the minarets. So one of the minarets here, we have 4 minarets. One of them has gold and diamonds in them. So We don't know which one, but it might also be just a legend. These columns are from the Karnak Temple of Egypt. Porphyry stones. So now I'm gonna show you the inside, but before I go inside, I'm gonna show you something here, a secret. So if you look here, what you see is two eyes and one, how do you say? I mean, it looks like an owl, okay? Because owl was the symbol of wisdom. So we have a lot of owls from the buildings of the architect Sinan. That's his secret. His signature maybe. So now we are inside the Suleymaniye Mosque. So as a tourist, you are only allowed to come to this barrier, but I'm gonna go forward to show you the inner side. Look at this beautiful throne. There is a mother of pearl, woodwork. We call it the Kundari technique. They don't use any nails and hammer. It's a beautiful artwork. The Ottoman Empire was very good at this. And these are original ostrich eggs on the chandeliers. Look how many we have. These are ostrich eggs because the Ottomans believed if you put ostrich eggs into a mosque, spiders don't come. That's why we don't have any spider webs around. I told you that the hot water from the hammam I showed you comes towards below the mosque, so it is heated from below. In the middle of the chandelier is interesting. They say that this thing stood in the tent, in the middle of the tent of Sultan Suleiman during his wars in the Balkans. And here in the middle we have the turban of the Sultan Suleiman, they say. There are a lot of stories in the Suleymaniye Mosque. One of the stories says that the architect was on the throne during the construction. It took 7 years, 5 years only the groundwork. In 2 years everything was made. So he was here and the Sultan came here and he asked him why is the work still not finished. And he saw him having a water pipe. And he was very angry at the architect Sinan. And he screamed at him and he said, "Sultan, calm down. I'm just looking where the smoke is going." So I feel it now. There's a ventilation system. Wind is coming here inside. It's crazy. And the wind has collected in the past all the candles, smoke of the candles, and pushed it on the upper floor. Look here, up there. There is a room. I'm gonna show it to you. In that room, it is absorbed, the black smoke, okay? And this was collected, and then the black writings on the walls were written by these things. So everything was used, recycled in the mosque because everything was holy in the mosque. At one time again, the Sultan came again and looked what the architect is doing because it was still not finished. The architect was in the middle and he was playing drums. And the Sultan again was angry and he said, "I'm just looking where the voice is going." So if the Imam speaks in front of the main niche without the microphone, everyone inside the mosque can hear him because there are a lot of things, designs on the walls. This is to bring the voice of the Imam up to the main dome. And from the dome, inside the dome there are drums which accelerate, enhance the voice, and then it is spread equally in the room. So when the Imam speaks on the front, the guy behind can understand him while being very far away from him. So that's an acoustical masterpiece, the Suleymaniye Mosque. A very beautiful stair with green colors. That stair was used in religious festivals and on Fridays. That niche shows where Mecca is located, and above that it's a verse about Mary. It says, whenever Mary was in the Temple of Solomon praying to God, angels brought her food from heaven. But that symbolizes also the Temple of Jerusalem, by the way. And we have some verses from the Quran here with beautiful tiles. And these windows are original from the time of Sultan Suleiman. And they said that the windows became so popular in the Mediterranean Sea that all the pirates were talking about the windows of the Blue Mosque. Of the Suleymaniye Mosque. So also these big columns on the sides, these four things, were brought from big empires which were fallen before, like in Jordan, from Egypt and so on. And during the construction, one of the columns fell, and the people fled because they thought there's an earthquake and the mosque will fall down. But it was just that column that fell down. So they are very, very heavy. If we look at the medallions, these were written by the same calligrapher who wrote the big medallions inside the Hagia Sophia. So inside, on the middle of the dome, there is a writing from the Quran that says that Allah is holding the heaven and the earth to have a balance. And the thing is, the legend says that the architect who wrote it became blind because he worked so much on the in candlelight. So the last part he finished while being blind because he was so used at writing, so he could write without even seeing it. What's interesting is that the mosque was built without any nails, so everything was an interlocking technique. Okay, everything you see was just made in 2.5 years. And interlocking technique is like you just press stones to each other and they hold automatically. It's a very difficult technique to master, but the Ottomans mastered this technique. By the way, the dome was restored in the 18th century. That's the color yellow is from the 18th century. It has a lot of Baroque influence. So the dome is 53 meters high, 3 meters shorter than the Hagia Sophia, because in Ottoman tradition, no mosque was allowed to surpass the Hagia Sophia because the Hagia Sophia is the main mosque of the empire. Look, in some corners we have some smaller balconies, look like this. And there are some stairs. I'm gonna show you the stairs. So you could go up from here and be on that balcony, okay? Very small stairs. And the thing is, they supported the imam. When the imam bowed down, they also prayed here. So people here, they can't see the position of the imam. They look up to that man and then follow him. So these were the supporters of the imam. And that big construction is for the muezzin, who calls the prayer 5 times a day. After that, he comes here to support the imam. Sometimes he says what the imam should do and so on. And the legend says that sometimes light comes inside the Suleymaniye Mosque from these things, and there is a shadow here like the angel Gabriel, like his wings. So here we have the praying area of the Sultan. You see, he even has his own niche. Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent prayed on that area, the strongest man in his time. And I'm gonna show you how different the columns are. Look, this is white, this is a little bit reddish, this is green. I mean, the thing is, the Sultan wanted to say that he rules these lands, okay? That's why these are from different parts of the world. Here again, the niche of Sultan Suleiman. Here we have a writing with yellow background. Now that black thing, color, it says Ya Bilali Habishi. He was the first muezzin in the world. Okay, the first man who called for prayer. So that color, that black color, comes from the room of the Suleymaniye Mosque. I'm gonna show it to you. So on the right side of the mosque is the library. They say the best books in the empire were collected here in the Suleymaniye Mosque. Look, today it is the imam's room to prepare for prayer, but I just want to show you the entrance, how beautiful it looks. Look at this. That's the entrance of the library. Magnificent. Look, on that big columns, we also have fountains, because Muslims in Ramadan, they are staying here inside the mosque and meditating, especially in the last 10 days of Ramadan. So in the night, they can drink water from here. This is specifically made for the Muslims, not for ritual washing, just to drink water. So now I'm gonna show you the place where the smoke was absorbed. Look, up there, we have some holes. 1, 2, 3, you see them? Inside is a room where everything was collected, the smoke. And the walls were completely black, and these were then cut, the black thing, and it was reused for writing, for Quran writings and so on. The interior of the Suleymaniye Mosque is very good because there's a beautiful wind circulation. That's one of the hills of Istanbul. It was specifically chosen. So just come here, lay down. Me and my family, my son, we come here a lot because this is the best mosque to chill around, to think, to meditate, and so on. So now I'm gonna get out of the Suleymaniye Mosque and I'm gonna bring you to a secret place which a lot of tourists don't know, a lot of Turkish people. All the people here know this, okay? But a lot of people don't know. If you want, I can put the link, the location of that down in the comment section or so. But I will show you the name. You can also look on Google Maps yourself by writing the name. So that's the dormitory where I used to live for 4 years as a student in theology. Look, there it says Vefa Bozacısı, okay, 1867. That's the best around here. People come here from all parts of Turkey to drink the Boza. That's the place, okay? I'm gonna show you how it looks like. And on the front there is Sevda Gazozcusu, many different sodas from Turkey. I would also recommend you this. People usually eat Boza with leblebi. This is leblebi, and this is Boza. This is mint, or whatever you call it, Zimt in German. You don't have to put these things on, only the yellow one is Boza. All the other things are additions, but it's a tradition to eat it with leblebi. Okay, I bought it from that side. Okay, I had my Boza, now I'm gonna go to the soda. Look, they have different types from different places of Turkey. So I took this one, which has a pear flavor. So on the front of the Boza is a place called Helva, okay? It has a long name, but you will see this on the left side. So I do 1, 2, 3, and 4, the Boza, okay? And I'm gonna take a helva here. YouTube'a koyuyorum da.
Üzerine ne olsun abi? Çikolata, tahin, çilek.
Tahin, çilek mi? Yok, tahin olsun.
Tahin.
Bir de fıstık üstüne. Now I'm gonna show you a place where there are a lot of local people sitting outside having rice with chicken. It's very famous, the most famous place here in Turkey. So the name is Unkapanı Pilavcısı. Write it on Google Maps. So rice with chicken, and you usually also do some ketchup on it. And also you can do some other things, but I like it like this. I took this half the portion because I already ate the beans. When you are here, you can also look at the aqueduct of Constantinople, built during the Roman times before the split of the empire. So these bridges brought waters to the cisterns, okay? Very important for the history. And here ends my tour in Suleymaniye. I showed you the surrounding, not only the Suleymaniye Mosque. I hope you enjoyed, and if you visit Suleymaniye Mosque, don't forget to visit the surrounding as well. You can look on Google Maps. And if you have questions, you can write me on the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe. See you.